Well, here I am out here at Roseville Road. I just got out of the hospital. You know, these people, my family out here, you know. And the other thing is, you know, I was here a week ago until 3 o'clock in the morning because this poor dog got killed. You know, it's horrible. I mean, to be there that close. And I prayed over that dog because you know what? I was here and it got killed. This Roseville Road happens all the time, okay? And I've been asking the Highway Patrol to do their jobs, and they don't. But they harass the homeless over there and the homeless down there. Highway Patrolman Calloway giving him tickets for illegal camping, but it ends up being walking on the freeway. This guy's a terrorist. He needs to be taken care of. I called him today, but this is ridiculous. I just called again. The dog, bless his soul, it's not a dog, it's a human life. There is no life that's living in God's eyes, you know, and God and dog is spelled backwards. What you do to a dog, you do to a God. So, I mean, imagine that being a body on the side of the road, covered up. You know, I covered him up with a blanket that I found out here, you know, and gosh almighty, I mean, it's horrific, you know, and it breaks my heart. I want to cry, you know. But the thing is I've been out here so many times when dogs have been hit, and I think there's over 60 of them. Those are lives. Those are human. I mean, you differentiate between humans and pets. Guys, yeah, God's testing you guys. And the stench I hear right now, you know, these people are under trauma already. So I'm planning a rally on Sunday. It's called the Blue Jew, which you guys know the Blue Jew is one of my brands. It stands for Bruce Jr., it stands for Beyond Joseph, Beyond Jesus. Because, you know, Jesus, I'm going to be honest with you, in today's terms, a pussy, right? You know, he's stand up and take it on his own. No, we need to call it accountability for who it is. Too many men are sacrificing themselves. Like that. Nice car. Highway Patrol? See, I could have made that up. That's the shit Highway Patrol is going out here all the time, hitting dogs. And yet, you know what? You see any cameras right here? No. But guess what? You have them over there at the damn tiny homes to watch those damn criminals because, you know, the homeless are all criminals. You want to stop, you know, mental health issues? Stop causing them. You want to stop people that have increased drug use? Guess what? Stop making them use drugs. Because you know what? Love is a drug too. Why don't you use that for a while? It doesn't cost anything to be kind. And I'm telling you, you know, I'm out here for false domestic violence. I love my wife even to this day. You know, if she hadn't put me out on this journey, I wouldn't have been here. But that doesn't mean I have to give a blanket forgetfulness. I forgive no matter what. But I don't forget. I'm the opposite of amnesia. You're going to remember me for centuries. You understand that? Because what I'm about to do on Sunday, I'm about to create an example of a civil war done civilly by facts, not feelings. And yet, that's why I know some of you guys have done this, because God chose you to put me on a path that I never actually saw coming, but I started out at the math. You know, 2 and 2 equal, wait, I didn't do that wrong. Wait, I'm telling the truth here, and this guy's doing that, and hey, your body comes on, and you know, I can't make this shit up. If I wrote it, and I've written some creative shit, trust me, you don't know, but my pseudonyms have pseudonyms, right? And yet, I do it because I enjoy things. I enjoy it because I love helping people. And I've served others because every time I've always felt bad, I've served others. That's just who I am. And, you know, God for me is just, he has many names for me because some days he's dear Lord Almighty. Some days he's, what the fuck is your problem, asshole? It depends on what day and what I've done. And some days it's, Lord, have mercy. Some days it's, God, you better have mercy on yourself when I show up in heaven's gates, because I'm taking the fuckers down and, you know, I'm burning that fucking place to the ground. And yet some days, you know, I just basically sit at peace and go, thank the Lord for choosing me. You know, because sometimes I say a prayer and it says basically this. It says, you know, Lord, why you keep me here? What have I done to forsaken you? You know, you've taken away everything I love, everything that I live for. You know, my wife, who's my life, the one that's heaven sent, that I knew. There's no way this is crazy. I'm not. I don't hurt people. I help people. And yeah, I keep saying it worse and worse and worse. I'm in the hospital. You know, you're going to give me a hearse soon. You know, and eventually I stopped. You know, I stopped being scared of death. I welcomed death. Death was my friend, and I realized death was scared of me because he can't keep me down. There's some days I thought, wow, this is gonna. I'm not. How am I gonna make it? I came out with pneumonia. Got my nose broke. You know, my feet are just horrible. And then the Angels at Sutter this week. Wow, I can't make it up. The first time I was at Sutter, after I got my arm broke, I got hit by a car at 5th and Broadway. And they said they couldn't fix it. And then the officer said, that security guard said, hurry up, back on the streets. And I turned around and said, what the fuck did you just say? And my dad was on the phone. You know, he characterized me as being homeless. No, I was an insurance carrier of Sutter Plus. And I didn't sue. I wrote a letter. And they still did it wrong. But you know what? I'd have surgery, and they said, you know, we can't fix it. You're gonna have dislocated forever. But you know, I can use it forever now. And the reality is, I'm not about assuming people, I'm about getting better together. So yeah, I'm gonna keep these down to about 5 minutes, but I'm gonna start showing you more about what I've been doing in preparation for Sunday. And I encourage you all to come out, no matter what your background is. It doesn't matter if you like dick or lick clit, I don't care. And if you're offended I said that, I'm offended you're offended, because I'm gonna have to offend some of you guys to bring your bougie down, okay? But just understand that the closer you get to ground, the closer you get to heaven, Mother Earth, because some of you guys are so flying high that without drugs that maybe you need drugs to bring you down. And you know, right now I'm gonna pray over this lost soul right here. You know, another dog I saw today, because God puts him there. You know, that's somebody's baby. Look at that harness. I just get, that's it. It hurts my whole, my heart's my heart. So I'm gonna let you go right now. God bless y'all. Just pray for Sacramento. All right. It's Bruce Slayton, Luigi Ministries. I'm just a one man, and let's see what one man can do, okay? Because this one man has faith in God, and thank God he has faith in me, because he's given me the vision to see.